Oh, we're live. Yes, we're live.
I was just waiting for that moment where you realised. Hi everyone.
Good afternoon. I'm live on my personal page. Yes, Rocky, there's no one actually at the door. It's just a Facebook group. Hello. For everybody, I think everybody on my Facebook group knows me, but I'm Ali Mortimer, and I'm here in my capacity as a mind coach and the energetics master as part of one half of the Limitless CEO. I co-founded the Limitless CEO back in August last year with my gorgeous co-host here, Emma. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
So I would be the other half of the Limitless CEO as a coaching duo. We bring business strategy and energetics. So my part is the strategy. I'm an online business strategist and visionary brand creator. So we are here today to tell you about and very, very proudly introduce and announce the Creator and the Curator, which is our amazing new brand strategy program, which is actually taking place this week.
Excited to announce this. I think we've talked about it, but not talked about it in absolute specifics. So we wanted to come in here for anybody who's had their interest piqued in some of the posts that we've been talking about. We wanted to really come in and share a little bit about the context, who this is for, what you're going to get out of it, and then how we're going to deliver it. So we're really, really excited about this, probably because we've just taken ourselves through this process. Don't know whether you've seen, if you've been on our Instagram lately, if you've seen a whole up leveling going on behind our brand. This is what the Curator and the Creator is all about, and it's happening on Thursday. So should we just bring a little bit of context as people are jumping on? I can see Kate.
Of course. Welcome to everybody that is joining us live. It's great to have you here. So for those of you that haven't heard us talk about the Curator and the Creator yet, to set the scene a little bit for you, this is the time of year when we are gearing up for the start of our Well Balanced Business Program, which is our signature program, and it's a business growth program for wellness coaches. And we define wellness by anybody who is working in the arena of improving the quality of people's lives. So if you are in nutrition or any kind of therapy, or maybe you're a life coach or a leadership coach or
mind coach,
mindset coach, any of those good things that really improve the quality of people's lives. And we typically work with three sort of types of women, or women who are at a certain stage of their business growth. And the first stage is really those that are looking to make the leap from their corporate career into their own business for the first time. So perhaps you've done the qualifications and now you're ready to take the plunge. We also work with women who are making a bit of a transition from one business to another, or maybe they're looking at shifting their business slightly, and now they now require a new brand for that business, or things are shifting in the way in which they're running their business. So perhaps they've been doing in-person coaching and consultations, and now they're moving into the online coaching space like we are. And we also work with women that are just looking for more from their business. They really want to go big and go to that next level in terms of the amount of impact that they're making online, and also, of course, the reason they're in business is to grow their income. So that's why we are talking about this at this time of year. But there's always this one common question, isn't there, Ali, that people always ask us. There's always a theme to the most common questions.
It's always the how. How do I do that? How do I make the leap? How do I transition? How do I up level? How do I make more money? How do I attract more clients? How do I make my corporate income before I take the leap? How do I get all of these ideas? This is my question to Em. How do I get all of these ideas in my head out so that people want to work with me, so that people want to buy with me? How do I articulate everything that I know I can help them with out in the online space? We are not here to sell products on the shop floor. So how do I get all of this into the hands and heads and hearts and minds of other people? How do I do that? How do I offer lots of different products or offers or services without confusing anybody? Because it's not like they can come in and they can browse the shop floor and try on the shoes and try on the belts and try on the skirt. How do I show what it is that I'm selling, that I'm sharing, that I can help them with? How do I stand out in a market where there are hundreds of me? So when I first came to I was a health, happiness, holistic coach. I was a mindset coach, and I graduated with like 500 people in my course. So they were all out there doing that, and they run these courses like every month. So there are lots and lots of people in the well-being space, and particularly after a pandemic where health and happiness has become one of the most important things, critical things to everybody. And there's so many people out there offering very similar products and services and support. How do you stand out in a crowd? And that is what helped me do with Heal Yourself Happy, for those of you who were with me. But it's now what we help other women do. How do you stand out in a crowd? And the answer is not how.
Well, there's lots of how questions, isn't there? And many, many more that I could probably think of. We always feel like these are the questions that can make people feel like they're really stuck, or maybe that they're not ready to actually start that business when they're so ready. They've got the qualifications, they're ready to go. Even if they haven't got the qualifications and they're still studying, you can start to do a lot of the groundwork and the foundations. And there's one place that we always start with all of these questions. And my answer to all of these questions: how do I get paid for what I do? How do I attract more clients? How do I grow my audience, make more money, do all the things that Ali came to me and asked me how to do? And the starting point for all of these things, and the answer to that, is build your brand.
Brand.
Create a really, really incredible brand. That is the starting point of all of these things. And the reason why I say this is because there's a big difference between a business and a brand, because business is just a purely transactional, operational, functional element of what you do. It's just the exchange of your goods or your services for money. Okay, so anybody can do that. Anyone can set something up where they're selling something in return for money and making a transaction. But a brand is something very, very different, because a brand is basically everything else that people experience when they come into contact with your business, from the words that you use, to the images, to the way that you present yourself, your vibe, your values, your own vulnerability and truth and realness. It's that feeling that you give people when they come in contact with you. Okay, so it's the brand is the reason why people buy. It's the reason why people repeat buy, and that you create that loyalty. It's the reason why people recommend you to other people and share your stuff and engage with you on social media. And the reason why is because people buy based on emotion. Okay, so they buy based on how something is going to make them feel, and then they rationalize why they should have it. But they've already made that decision. They've already made that emotional connection. So, great brands and successful businesses, they build emotional connection. They have to.
It's a feeling that makes people move. A feeling is an emotion. And if you look at the word emotion, it's got the word motion in it. It's what makes people move. It's what makes people buy things from John Lewis at Christmas because they've watched that advert that's made them cry, or they buy Coca-Cola because they've seen the jingle and it's got them all excited. It's like, oh yes, we must get Coca-Cola in for our Christmas parties. It's you watch the Nike adverts and you think, yes, I could run. I can do that. I can. That you are being inspired because you've had an emotion that makes you believe in something. Yeah. I think, I mean, this is your background, your history. You've worked with enormous brands through your time, and everything that you taught me is based on that. And I think one of the most important things is that people buy from brands because they know them, they like them, they trust them, and the way that they feel when they're interacting with that brand. I always love to use the example of, I live in Ripon. I love Ripon, but there are probably about 50 places I could go and buy a cup of coffee in Ripon. But I go and buy my coffee from Lou in Oliver's Pantry because I love Lou and I love all the staff. I love their values. They're in alignment with my own. They make me feel special when I go there. So I want to go and get another hit from Lou of not only caffeine, but a hit of love from Lou and everyone in there. And that's the same with what we have to do online. How do you translate that feeling online when you can't do it in a physical person, in a physical way. And this is all about how you translate your brand online, and that's what we're going to teach you how to do. Very exciting.
Exactly, because people can buy anything from anyone at any time, anywhere. The internet has allowed us to do that. But the reason why they're going to buy from you is your brand. Okay, so this is why we're talking about this, because those questions that we answered at the beginning: how do I attract more clients? Your brand. How do I make more money? Brand. How do I stand out? Brand. How do I have a business with multiple things in it that I love to do without confusing everybody? Your brand. How am I going to grow my audience? Guess what? So brand. And I think we noticed actually with the well-balanced business, which I talked about at the beginning as our signature business growth program, that the brand piece is always the piece that we do at the beginning. And it's the single biggest transformational module that we see the ladies in our world go through. When they've gone through this piece, they are like, oh my goodness. Like, I literally, the confidence that we see from the women moving forward when they create a brand that they're absolutely in love with, it just, it gives them that platform from which they can springboard. And that is so important. So the reason we are here today is because we're very proud to introduce the curator and the creator. So Ali, who's it for?
So I think it goes right back to the beginning of what we said right at the very beginning. It's for anybody who's sat on an idea or has been sitting on an idea forever and they've got it, but they don't know how to translate that idea into a business. But we're going to show you how to translate it into a brand that will then create the business for you. So this is about how do you, that when people have an idea, they're very nervous about starting because they don't know where to start, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to take the leap because they don't have any strong foundation to jump onto. So this is about how do you create a brand that has the most amazing foundation that you feel confident in. And this is the curator piece. To me, when we designed this program, it was like, you have to curate your brand so that you believe in it, so that you love it, so that you're activated by it, you're inspired by the visuals and the words. They motivate you so that when you read them, you're like, yes. And that gives you the confidence. And that's what we see with the women in our well-balanced business program, is that they get that, oh my God, I'm so in love with this. I so believe in this that now all my fears about going out and sharing it in the world have gone because I've got this rock solid belief. So the curation piece comes from the curation of your brand.
Yeah, and that's the internal clarity of your business. So this is about you getting internal clarity on your business and what it's here for, what it, you know, what is it that you stand for, what do you do? Like, getting clear on that first is really important, because if you're not clear, it makes it very difficult for you to then share that outwards.
So this also is reflective of anybody else. So not only if you've just got an idea that you want to build, it's also really important if you're already in business and you're either transitioning, as Em said, if you're transitioning from bricks and mortar to online. So for example, if you're a personal trainer or a nutritionist and normally see people in person, you can do this online, but you want to build that, you want to curate your belief and into a brand that you know can do that. So this is when you go back to curating the belief. So you curate the belief. It's also if you've got a business already. So I came to Em with a business that I believed in, but I wanted to up level. So if you want to up level your business, you've got to up level your brand.
Because everything else, looking for those bigger income levels, then you need to up level a brand that can support that as well. It's really important.
Yeah. So that's the curation piece. It's the internal clarity and confidence, because then when you've done that and got that and feel that, you can then create. You've got everything you need in order to create that feeling in the people on the other side who are watching you. They can see it, they can feel it. So we're going to show you how you can turn your belief into something that you create the brand outwardly. So now we're going externally. So this is then taking everything you've done and putting it out there in a way that not only inspires you, but it's also going to inspire others. It's going to create a feeling in you that's going to create a feeling in them, so that they're going to want to come in and be and interact with your brand and ultimately start to transact with you in that business type of way.
Yeah, exactly that. This is the confidence to go out there and share your brand, to articulate what it is you do and speak to people about it. To be able to create social media around it as well. Like, you cannot create social media if you don't know what your brand is all about. Otherwise, it's just throwing things out there and hoping that something sticks. And this also is giving you the foundation on which you can build programs and services as well, multiple programs and services around your brand. So some of the things that we want you to come away with on this program is, first of all, getting really, really clear on your own purpose, your own life purpose, and then teach you how you can create a business from that, from your own personal purpose. You're finally doing something that you love to do. So how can you translate that into a business? We also want you to create a very clear mission for your business and actually be able to put that into words as a mission statement so that you can outwardly express that to people in terms of the direction of your business and what you're all about. And why would people come and work with you over the other people in your industry doing the same thing? We're also going to help you in terms of how do you then create like a name for your brand, like a movement for your brand that is scalable. And I think this is really important because if you're looking for growth, either now or in the future, you need something that's going to be able to grow with you, and that you're going to not feel restricted by. So we're going to show you how to do that. We also want to help you to have direction for your social media by getting very clear on what your brand pillars are. And also we'll explain a lot more about that in the program. But what this gives you is, you know, that clarity of what do I say today? Like, what do I post? Like, how do I want to say it? We want to give you clarity on your content going forwards by getting clear on your brand pillars. We also really want to show you how you can differentiate yourself and why you're different. So you might be sitting there thinking, I'm not different. Like, you know, am I too boring? Am I too this? Am I not enough? And we want to show you how you can create a brand that's very authentic to you so that you don't feel like you have to go out there and be anybody but yourself, but that you can also be wildly different from other people so that people know why they would choose you. We want to help you to articulate what you do and be able to come on live video and talk about it, and you know, not be worried like, oh my god, I'm going to forget my lines. What if I mind blank? What if I don't know what I'm going to say? Because you're so clear that you're able to articulate that very, very comfortably. And Ali is going to show you how you can create visuals that are really authentic to yourself, but they also stand out and they attract people in a busy field, in a busy feed in social media. How do you become that person that gets somebody to stop the scroll and actually pay attention? And one of the other key things we've talked about is creating a brand where you can do multiple things in your business, but with under one roof. So many strings to your bow, but one brand that allows you multiple income streams, because that's going to be really important for your growth of your business as well.
I think that when we talk about wellness entrepreneurs, so many wellness entrepreneurs do have multiple strings to their bows. They're, you know, they're personal trainers and yoga teachers, but also they've got qualifications in health and nutrition, and they've also got, you know, meditation skills and life experience. There's so much of you. So how do you create a brand that is representative of everything that you are and everything that you have to offer? I think that's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
And then I know that you touched on it just a minute ago, but we're going to show you, if you want to increase your income, if you want to increase the number of clients, if you want to increase the quality and the command higher prices,
yeah,
you've got to be a brand that looks like that quality, that luxury. So we're going to show you how to tie all of this all together, but also show you how you can evolve it. Because one of the most important things that we've learned as a brand, and we're called the Limitless CEO, where the C is about consciously and the E is about evolving and the O is owner. So consciously evolving owner. We're going to show you, and everything that you're going to get through this program is something that you're going to be able to take yourself through again and again. That cycle of evolution. When you think you've got a new idea, what do I do? Right, I'm going to go and take myself back round through the Creator and the Curator. Right, okay, I'm feeling a bit bored of my colors or my brand, or what am I trying to say? My message, I'm no longer resonating with it. I need to go back round through the Curator and the Creator. So you can recurate that belief, recurate that mission and that vision, and then you can come back on and create it and start to attract more and more and more and feel really energized. That's why we're energized all the time. We're constantly taking ourselves through this.
Exactly that.
So what is the Curator? So if we've told you who it's for, what you're going to get, the excitement of everything, the details, the nitty gritty details. So it's this Thursday. It's 4 hourly workshops. So I think we've got the times down here. So they're 10 till 11. They are 11:30 till 12:30. Is that right, Emma, by saying that?
Yeah, correct.
1:30 till 2:30, and then 3 till 4. But please don't
all
have
in one day, ladies.
all
So
in one day.
this is an immersion. It's a brand immersion for the whole day. So you can actually do all this in a space of a day with us.
Yeah.
You're thinking you don't have time.
We're going to show you how to curate and create a brand in one day through 4 workshops. But please, don't panic if you don't have that day free because it's on Thursday. The wonderful thing about coming in here is that they're all going to be accessible on replay. So you're going to have access not only to go through them live in the sessions, but also to repeat do them again and again if you so desire. So you're going to come into a private Facebook group where we're going to be sharing our ideas and leading you through these 4 workshops just like this. You're going to be given a lovely worksheet and we're going to help you fill it in so that what you end up with is a beautiful reference pack. And I love this. I've got mine printed out. I've also got it as images on my phone. So if I ever need inspiration, I can go back in and just remind myself, what are the words that I want to use here? What are the images I want to feel? I'm showing you the blank one. What are the images that are going to represent what I'm trying to say today? So we're going to show you how you can create all of these things and have that as a reference point at any point in time. So that's what you're going to get throughout that day. And what else do we need to say? I've made a mess of my desk in front of me.
Although it's a day of immersion, we're also going to add into there 10 days of support after the Thursday ends. So for the following 10 days, you'll be part of the group where you can share what you've been working on for the collective. So you can really start to get some feedback and start to test the waters a little bit with what you're creating by sharing it with the other women in the group. So we will be also popping in there and giving our feedback and possibly a few little bonuses along the way because we like to do that kind of thing. But we will be there to support you.
This is almost like getting eyes on your brand before you release it. So it's just the next level of confidence. So you've built the belief in yourself, you're going to create it, you're going to get some feedback within that group, not only from us, but from other ladies who are already in the group, because all of our private clients are in there, our mastermind ladies, anyone who's in the Well Balanced business, there are women already in this group coming to take themselves through this. So there's going to be amazing women in there. So I suppose the next question is the investment point. It's £333 for you to come in and join us for that day and get the 10 days of support afterwards. If you don't have time to come in and do all of this work and sit with us on Thursday and curate and create your own brand, we also have another offer for you. We have the curated and the created. It's our done for you service. So what we'll do is we will work with you and extract all of your ideas, extract all of your visions, all of your purpose, everything that you want to create within your brand. And we will create this pack for you with all of your mission statements, your taglines, your visuals, your branding, everything like that. We will create it for you. So
our hands all over your business. Obviously,
all of Em's wordy genius, you'll get all of my creative genius, and we'll give it back to you. And obviously we'll be working through it with you. But if that sounds like your thing, if you don't have a creative bone in your body and you're not very good with words, this might be something that you want to come and do. So the curator and the creator is the day we're going to lead you through what you can do in order to create and curate that brand pack
for yourself.
If you don't have time or the inclination to, please do just drop us a message and we will do it for you. And the investment for that is 3,333. So just another 3, as Em said to me earlier. If you want to come and do it with us, if you want us to do it for you, it's 3,333. So I'm going to drop the link underneath here if you want to come and join us for the curator and the creator. I say that wrong every time, curator and creator. If you want the curated and created, please just drop us a DM or leave a comment under here and we will get in touch with you. And we've got 2 spaces.
Yeah, we've just got only 2 spaces for that. Obviously, that's our eyes, our minds, our hands, our design, our everything, and 30 odd years collective experience all over your business for that period of time to do that for you. So we're only going to have 2 spots available for that because it's going to be a lot lot of energy going into that process. So
And
we are capping it at just 2 spots. So if that's something you'd like to do, please don't hang around too long. Let us know if you're interested. Once those spots are gone, they are gone, ladies, I'm afraid. So dive on into our DMs if that's something that interests you.
There's unlimited spaces in the Curator and the Creator. So come on and jump that. I'm going to drop the link in there any second now. I think that's what we wanted to say today, but we're just really wildly excited to see everybody on Thursday. Bring your cups of tea. The groups will open at 9:30 so that you can start downloading everything that you need. And we'll be starting 10 sharp. We will be starting with, what are we going to be starting with? Words. How do you articulate? How do you curate your brand with words? Yeah. So we'll look forward to seeing you Thursday.
Thanks for watching.
One more thing, Em, we were going to say, if you know anybody, if you're watching this and you have a friend who doesn't know me or Em, please tag them in this group or share this video with them. If they've been talking to you and talking to you forever about an idea that they have had and never done, tell them to jump on in here so that we can help them turn their idea into something spectacular. There we go.
Fabulous.
What's the love?
Bye.
Oh, sorry, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons.